a really special video for us today, and this is a highly requested video that I got on Twitch because we've been streaming there a lot lately, and also on Instagram. So if you don't follow me on the socials, they're both right here. One of the details that I left out when purchasing this car on auction is that I saw that on the back of the car there used to be a wrap, and on the back of the wrap there was actually a YouTube handle, and it said Real Talk with Matt. So I did some digging on YouTube and I found his channel and saw that he actually used to own this car. Digging deep into his videos, I saw the video that he made about the car being crashed. There wasn't too much footage included in that, but it gave me a little bit of insight as to what had happened. After doing even further research, I decided that I should try to find out who he was and get a hold of him, and maybe he would give us his time and walk us through what really happened with this car. I ended up commenting on one of his videos that I was looking at buying his car, and then I was trying to reach out to him, which he saw immediately. He DM'd me on Instagram, and we set up a Zoom call. There were a few unsolved mysteries with this car, and one thing that I really wanted to know was how was this car crashed? With the Ferrari, we never got to know any of its history, which always left me wondering. So when I saw that I actually knew who owned this car, I knew I had to cover the story, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So today's video, the previous owner is gonna step forward, and we're gonna have a conversation with him about what all went down. Roll the clip. I have the previous owner of the R8 on here. Matt, how are you? How are you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm very excited to be talking to you today because with my previous rebuild that I did on my 458, it got into an accident, and it was kind of lame because I never knew how it got to be crashed. I never got to know any of the history of it or anything about the owner. So I want to give a quick little brief story here. When I was on Copart and IAI and looking at online auctions, I saw this R8, and on the back of the R8 was a YouTube handle that said Real Talk with Matt. And I was like, oh shit, that must be the previous owner of the car. So I did some digging, did some researching, and I finally found your Instagram and I reached out to you.
Hello, Mr. Previous Owner. What's up, my dude?
So I was super excited when I saw, you reach out, and I was like, oh, these two guys are going to do some amazing work to the car.
I got to ask off the bat. What happened? I know you posted a video on your channel, but you didn't show much. When I found your channel and I saw the car, you showed only like 10 seconds of it on the side of the road. So in your own words, what happened?
So being new to YouTube, I don't record as I'm driving around. And actually when I wrecked the car, the state trooper said it was a good thing I wasn't recording, because in Texas, they sometimes see GoPros as like an iPhone or texting and driving.
Oh, okay.
We had just left the car meet, and I'm going down the road. It was sprinkling that day, but going about 70, 80 miles an hour, and I feel the car kind of wobble, like when you hit the center stripes on it.
Yep.
I feel that. But I look in the mirrors and I'm dead center in the lane. So I was like, maybe I hit a piece of plastic or something. But something didn't feel right. After you drove for so long and drive these types of cars, this don't feel right. So I go over to the slower lane and I slow down. I'm doing about 70, 75 at this time. At no point was I speeding. And I feel about probably 5 miles down the road, I just feel a jerk. And as it jerks, it slams into the concrete wall. Oh. Yeah, and it's the reason there's not a ton of video in it, and I was so distraught and angry.
Of course.
I mean, buying these cars, you save and you save and you save to get them, and it's just a dream. And when you sit in them, it's like, oh my God, I made it. I made it. And as we all know, you get used to it and want more. And talking about doing more to the car, it was really depressing. Then 3 days later, I talked to the state trooper, and he asked me, how many times did you hit the wall? Do you know? And I said, well, once. And he said, you hit it 3 times. He said, and a lot of times when you black out, he said, the airbag probably hit you and you blacked out. And he said, you bounced off the wall 3 times. And he said, and we watched the video of you fighting the car. And he said, you're turning to the left trying to keep it away, and it just goes to the right and it hits the wall. So luckily, the 2 state troopers watch my channel, so that was cool.
I'm assuming it's been a while since you've seen the car. I have it up on the lift above the Avenger door. And what's interesting is, although you hit the wall, there's no damage at all in any of the body. And I know that you know what the insurance told you as to why they totaled it. And as you told me, which you helped me out a lot in the auction, because when I was bidding against other people, they were bidding against the unknowns of what was really wrong with the car, because it's really, at surface, it's just bumper and A-arms and a headlight, and that's really it. But you told me that the insurance company said they found a crack on the firewall. Is that right?
Yes, the passenger front firewall, there was a small crack.
Which in the R8 world is super common. R8s are known to crack, so it doesn't really surprise me that that was the issue. But going underneath it, I don't know how much you've seen of it, but you really took a little bow here on this. Look at this, look at this little control arm.
I was just doing it so I could take turns better.
When you got rid of this car, you can kind of see in the wall behind you, you can see the R8 with the previous wrap on it. But then you went to an Huracan, is that right?
Yes. Yes, I did. A supercharged Huracan.
So of the Huracan and the R8, because that's kind of been the talk of the first video, was why I went with an R8 over an Huracan, because as you know, and as many Huracan and R8 owners know, they are very similar cars with a few differences that really make the gap. What made you go for the Huracan after having the R8?
Being a kid, you always want a Lamborghini, but the dream cars, the Murcielagos, the Aventadors, the Countachs. Well, I seen a stepping stone to get into the Lamborghini world, and the proper way to say it, I probably made a mistake.
Really?
Yeah, driving the R8 versus the Huracan, I'd take that R8 sitting on your rack probably 9 times out of 10.
Why is that?
It's comfortable.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get all the crazy looks. You still get looks, but it's not a, oh man, it's a Lamborghini. Because people don't realize it's still a Lamborghini, just has Audi badges.
Yeah.
It's so comfortable and plush when you get inside an Audi. People don't even realize, they think, oh, it's just an R8. No, it's not just an R8. They took more time developing that car, in my opinion, than they did just kind of throwing the Huracan together and be like, okay, there you guys go. There's your welcome to Lamborghini world. Absolutely.
I mean, that's why the R8 came out 2 years after the Huracan, I think. The Huracan was 2015 and this was 2017.
It's the same thing they just did with the Urus and the RSQ8, which I actually own the RSQ8 too.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. I saw that on your Instagram as well. Were you the original owner? Like, you're the first owner of this car?
I'm the second owner of that car.
Second owner. Okay, because I was curious to know, and I don't know when you buy an R8, does it come already as like you know, it's sitting on the lot, or do you know if the owner before you spec'd this one out and chose all the individual components on, like the carbon, the interior, the brakes, all that stuff?
With the performance or the Audi R8 Plus, those are the two variants, or the basic. The pluses and the performance, there's really not much you can choose outside of color, stitching, and your wheels. And I think your caliper colors, that's about it. That car was bought from the lot from a collector who buys cars throughout Dallas. He's known for just flipping in and out of cars. I picked it up as certified pre-owned. By the way, TJ, you get the warranty if you ever want the oil change. It's paid for 3 years.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, it was spec just like that. We walked in and we saw it, and my wife initially didn't like that car. We actually left that car and I went and got a McLaren 570 GT. We drove it home from Houston, had it a month, and hated that car. Hated it.
I'm not a fan of him either.
Yeah, it was horrible. So I left on a Saturday and I brought the Audi R8 home as a surprise, babe.
Okay.
Asked for forgiveness, not permission. And
all right.
Loved the car so much. When we wrecked it, she actually tore up 2 wheels on her BMW X6M, getting to me thinking that I think she was more worried about her car than me. But we got there. We're actually looking between a Ferrari 488, 458, or the 2020 R8. We love the R8 so much.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, you were saying to me on Instagram, you're like, when you're done with it, let me know and I'll take it from you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I have your key, and you said that you would send out. Oh, yep, you still have the previous key. Hell yeah.
Well, I'm thinking I may just wait because I know where you're going with this car in November, and I know what time rollout is, so.
Just come in and take the car and dip, dude. Just run for the hills.
I'll hide it for you. It'll be both of ours. We'll just keep it at my house.
Okay. Another question I had for you is this car modified in any way? Obviously, it has wheels, but what else is done to the car? Or what else did you do while you had it?
It has Capristo exhaust on it. The valve setup, yeah, it's a great exhaust system. And then filters from BMC.
Okay. And
that's pretty much it. We were going to take and twin turbo the car, and just the wall, it met the wall. So,
hey man, I've put a few cars in the wall, so trust me, I feel your pain.
Yeah, but you did it on a track, so I have to live with the everyday. Hey, man, you said you can drive real well, and you were just going down the highway.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I see behind you, you have an R8. You have the Huracan. There's one more car on there that it doesn't seem like you've had yet. Is that on your list or something to try and own?
It's on my list. So being a dual clutch guy and driving a single clutch, the emotion of the Aventador is so raw. And
unmatched, dude. It's unmatched.
Yeah, but then you get in traffic in it and it's like, God, this sucks. You know, so I really, really want it, but I'm kind of hoping they come out with a dual clutch, which I doubt they ever will. So if I get one, I think I'm going to get an SV or an S, not the overpriced SVJ.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're great cars. I mean, when you got yours, I've watched all the videos of, you know, your exhaust and all that stuff. That's the first time I've ever been like, you know what, I think I'm going to pay someone to put that exhaust on.
I recommend you do not do it by yourself. 10 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah, the first part wasn't bad. It's when y'all did the second part with the cat.
When we did like the down pipes, yeah. When we deleted the cats, absolute nightmare. Would not recommend at all. Well, Matt, I want to say thank you for hopping on with us. I hope it makes you feel a little bit better knowing the car is here and it's going to get a full treatment. And you know, when we're done with this, I'd love to fly you out here and have you spend a day with the car, and you know, you could film it on your channel and you can see it again and we can get your reaction once it's a little farther down its own timeline. I think that'd be pretty rad.
Yeah, that'd be a good time.
Thank you so much, Matt, for hanging out, guys. If you want to look at his YouTube channel, see all of his videos, I'll link it down below. He's a Texas local enthusiast, so anyone in the Texas area, keep your eyes peeled. And Matt, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and I'm excited to show you what we end up doing to this car.
Thank you, man. I know it's in good hands. I can't wait to see what you do.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, man.
I hope you guys enjoyed the little Q&A we had with Matt. Huge shout out to him. I'm gonna link his stuff down below. So if you guys wanna go ahead and follow his channel, be sure to do that. We've already started diving deep into this car. As you can kind of tell behind me, some of the stuff has been removed, which you guys will see in the next video. If you made it this far, leave a like and leave a comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the new videos coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out and keep moving forward. Also, we're bringing back the bloopers, so if you've been making it this long in the videos, that means you've been noticing the bloopers are back. So if you made it this far, comment down below, bloopers are back. Hashtag, I made it this far. All right, I'll see you guys later.